G'day fellas, how you going? As cosplayers, everyone has a million and one things to do to get ready for a convention day. Finishing your costume, getting your wig ready, making sure your prop's finished, making sure your makeup is on point for the day. And it's great, you manage to finish everything, you get to the convention on time, you have a great day. And you come home and look at your Facebook feed and look for any pictures that might have been taken of you, and most of them end up looking a little bit like this. Or maybe like this. And you think to yourself, what the hell was I doing? Guys and girls who cosplay, making sure your costume is finished is one thing, but striking a good pose is another thing completely. So today, I'm going to give you a good idea of how to improve your photo posing game by introducing 4 simple tips to keep in mind. Now these tips will focus on male characters specifically, but you're going to be able to utilize them some way or another, regardless of your gender or body type. Sound good? Let's go. Now if you're a strong male figure or a muscly male character, or even just the teenage protagonist in a high school uniform, you're going to want to do your best to accentuate everything masculine about that character. Now everything I suggest in this video, I highly suggest that you have a mirror right next to you to take a look at what you're doing. Because having a mirror in front of you will help you practice and practice and practice until you're able to pull off that perfect pose without any trouble whatsoever. Manly tip number 1. The first thing that you have to take a look at is your stance. A male character has a very open, brave body language, so you want to do everything you can to widen or broaden your stance as much as possible. So this one's an easy fix. You simply stand with your feet about shoulder width apart, lean slightly to one side, pelvis out, shoulders back, chest out, and you're already standing a bit more like a man. Manly tip number 2. Your facial expression. Now, makeup here will help amazingly in accentuating your expressions, but this part will also require the most practice out of anything. The best thing is, it doesn't even matter if you've got a potato face like mine, everyone can look wonderful in photos. Now, apart from the blank, stoic expression that characters have when they don't have much emotion, male characters will generally have about 3 different expressions which you can use in about 95% of characters, so make sure you practice them well. Expression A, the Smoulder. Now whether you're a sadistic evil character or a playful romantic kind of gentleman, with the narrow eyes and a cheeky grin, the Smoulder is essential in your arsenal of expressions. So the best way to practice this one is to pretend that you're trying to pick up a girl really, really badly. So it'd be something like, "M'lady, hey, how are you doing?" That's your Smoulder. Expression B, the intense look. Now for a character who's angry or evil or ready for battle, you're really going to want to master something called the intense expression. So the best way to practice this one is scrunch up your eyebrows as tight as you can like this, and then breathe really, really heavily for a few seconds. That's your intense look. Expression C, just a really nice natural smile. Happy characters, group pictures, even photos that you take which are non-cosplay related, everybody has their own unique natural smile. So don't force your face into the biggest grin that you can pull off like this, or just try to hide your teeth by just spreading your lips as wide as you can. Your best natural smile is something somewhere in the middle, something that's relaxed, something where you're naturally happy. It's something like your most natural reaction to something that someone says which is incredibly dumb or incredibly flattering, either way. So something like, "You there watching the video? Yes, you. I've got something to say to you that you might need to hear. Thank you so much for watching this video. You are the most beautiful person I've ever seen." You're silly, that's so stupid. That's your natural smile. Now from these, you are able to just chop and change and alter your expressions the way you want until you find something you are happy with. So have fun pulling all these different faces in front of the mirror until you find the look that you're really after. Manly tip number 3, your head position. Now you are able to pose your head at different angles, and it will be different depending on the kind of photo that you're looking to take. Some will be directly front on, some will be from the side, some will be over the shoulder. Generally you'll have 2 different kind of head positions to complement your manly stance and your expression. Head position number 1, chin down, eyes up. Position number 2, chin up, eyes down. Again, depending on your character or your personal look preference, you're able to adjust these as you see fit. And most importantly, manly tip number 4, hand positions. So right now I've taught you how to stand, how to tilt your head, and scrunch your face up for the camera. The last thing to do is figure out what to do with our hands. Now if you have a prop to pose with, this obviously makes things a lot easier, but if you don't, keep these things in mind. Handy pose number 1, pointing. So once you've set up your stance, your facial expression, and your head shape, grab your hands and position them in like a half pointing, half gripping kind of expression with 2 fingers and your thumb, like this. Once you've done that, try pointing in any direction, any which way possible. You can point to the side, you can point over the shoulder, you can point straight up in the air, you can point straight up in the air on this side, you can point straight this way, you can point straight out that way, you can even point straight downwards. Then after that, you can even use your other hand. Do exactly the same thing. Point straight to the side, point straight up in the air, point straight up in the air, point out to the side, point down, point down. That's what you get with just simply pointing with one hand. Handy pose number 2. Something hurts. Now this is really good if you're trying to express emotion or show off the sexy side of a character, particularly in photo shoots. Same as before, strike your stance, tilt your head, get your expression on your face, grab your hands and pretend like something hurts. Top to bottom, your head hurts, your ear hurts, your nose hurts, your neck hurts, this side of your neck hurts, your shoulder hurts, your elbow hurts, your wrists hurt, your hand hurts. Basically, something hurts. It makes a good pose. Handy pose number 3, the invisible hot dog. Now if you want a generic pose that's going to work for just about any character in any context, just make it look like you're holding on to something. Are you proposing to the photographer? Are you saying, come with me? Or are you saying, don't go? Who knows? Just hold an invisible hot dog in your hand and roll with it. And there we have 4 tips in mind to keep in mind while you're posing for your cosplays. You'll also have iconic poses and scenes that you'll do for each character, but just keep these general tips in mind and it'll make things so much easier. So let me know, did you find this useful? Was there anything I missed, or is there anything that maybe you could suggest that would help make posing for a male character just a bit easier? Let me know in the comments below. That's it for another video this week. Thanks very much again for watching, guys. I will catch you again soon.